What's going on guys, Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer content. And today is going to be Tuesday the 15th of September. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if we could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time. That'll be a new video for you to look forward to. And finally, drop a comment below. I'll try to respond to as many as I can. So first up today, Gonzalo Higuain's deal with Inter Miami is expected to be worth at least $7 million per year, which makes him the highest paid player in the MLS. I'm not sure that puts him in the overall leaderboard for the highest ever earners in the league. My guess is that David Beckham probably tops that, but in recent history the highest earner was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and he was on about 7.2 million. And as for the transfer fee, they won't actually have to pay any. He is said to be released by Juventus, or technically already has, and will get a very good wage by doing so. The next one is that Olympiacos have signed French midfielder Yann Villa. It's from Saint Etienne in Ligue 1 and he has joined also on a free deal. Arturo Vidal will complete his switch from Barcelona to Inter in the coming days, and this story is from Corriere dello Sport. The clubs agreed a deal on Friday and the Chilean could sign for the Nerazzurri as early as Monday, so by today when you're watching the video it could well be announced. But he was also training with Barca over the weekend, so I'm not sure when it will be announced, but it's looking sooner rather than later. The next story is a very short one from Gazzetta dello Sport. They said Manchester United will accept an €11 million offer, so about £10 million, that's from Roma for Chris Smalling. They want to bring him in on a permanent basis, and there have been stories saying United wanted up to 20 million, but United might now see it as a good opportunity to sell him, even though it's not as much as they wanted, but it still gets them some more transfer funds for deals themselves. Arsenal are in talks with Dijon over a potential £1.5 million deal, that's to sign Icelandic international Rúnar Alex Runarsson, and Mikel Arteta is looking to replace the outgoing Emiliano Martinez, who is joining Aston Villa. The story comes from the Telegraph, and there were rumours saying that Arsenal wanted Brentford's goalkeeper, is it Raya? Not sure how you say his name, but he would cost up to 10 million. So my guess is that they're selling Martinez for 20, buying a new replacement for 1.5, the rest of that cash will probably go towards Partey or Aouar. A transfer which looked like it broke down completely is Milik and a move to Roma, so according to Calcio Mercato, he's now close to making the switch yet again. The Serie A side expect to come to an agreement with the Polish striker, and his salary is set to be €5 million per year. They're still yet to strike a deal though with his club Napoli, who want around €25 million. Spurs are also interested, and the rumours were that Roma wanted to bring him in as a replacement for Dzeko. Now whether Dzeko does make the switch to the Italian champions remains to be seen, but Milik to Roma, it looks like it could well happen now. And a player that was rumoured to be going the opposite direction as part of the Milik deal is Turkish international Cengiz Under, and according to Inside Football, they said Newcastle are trying to land him. He is also wanted by Bundesliga side Hertha Berlin as well as Leicester City, but the Magpies have already approached the Serie A side about a loan deal. Unsure whether it would also include an option to buy, but Newcastle's business so far has been very impressive. Leeds boss Marcelo Bielsa wanted to sign Dimitri Payet, that's before the midfielder penned a new deal with Marseille, and this story is from Le Temps Sport. The pair even held talks over the potential move, though the France international ultimately selected to stay at the Stade Velodrome. And I would have been very interested to see Payet under Marcelo Bielsa, because if he could have somehow replicated that form he showed at West Ham, it would have been one hell of a signing. And the next story is from Manchester Evening News. They said Manchester United have no intention of making a move for Bayern star Thiago, and are convinced his representatives and Bayern that are using their name to put pressure on Liverpool to make a bid. We keep seeing these new quotes come out every single day that United and Liverpool are the front runners, but most of the time Manchester Evening News deny United's interest completely, and again it looks like they're trying to force Liverpool's hand and trying to get them to up their offer. And completely off the topic of the transfer, but how Thiago is only 85 rated on FIFA 21, I have absolutely no idea. And the next story is from Marca. They're saying Real Madrid's Lucas Vasquez, he has received a big money offer to join a club in Qatar. Vasquez is considering the move, and Real Madrid are open to selling him for the right price. He only has 1 year left on his current contract, and that could kind of force the deal to happen. Various sources are saying that Chelsea are set to move for West Ham midfielder Declan Rice, and are set to make their first bid in the coming days worth around £60 million. West Ham though want around £80 million for the England international, but David Ornstein, who works for The Athletic, he said West Ham's stance has not changed. He is not for sale under any circumstances. I know a lot of clubs have said in the past that this player isn't for sale, but then the offer actually comes in and the player makes the move. This could well be a similar case for Declan Rice, because yes, they might not have intentions to sell him, but if £60 million is put on the table, that's pretty hard to turn down. The president of Trabzonspor has admitted there is nothing he can do, that's to keep Norwegian striker Alexander Sørloth at the club. There's a lot of interest from RB Leipzig, but most recently from Tottenham. The Trabzonspor chief did admit that Tottenham have now joined the race, but it could be a very difficult transfer to pull off, just the fact that he's still owned by Crystal Palace. That isn't the difficult part. The tough part is that he's on a 2-year loan spell to the Turkish side. He's only played one of those, and this upcoming season, if he plays 50% of matches or starts in them, they have an obligation to buy. So whether Tottenham or Leipzig can work around that, they might have to eventually buy him off Trabzonspor instead. That remains to be seen if that can happen. But he's a player that didn't work out in the Premier League initially, but could get a second opportunity under Jose Mourinho. And after Spurs' opening game defeat to Everton on the weekend, Mourinho was very quick to reaffirm his desire to sign a new striker. He wants good backup and competition for Harry Kane, and Sørloth could be that man. But a story from Football London is that Spurs are now interested in signing Danny Ings from Southampton. The Premier League side are in the hunt for a new forward and see the ex-Liverpool man as a suitable option, but they believe it will be very tough to convince the Saints to let him go. And it's probably a pretty difficult situation for Danny Ings because the form he's in right now is in the form of his life. Whether he feels that it's the right time to make a switch, especially to a place he's not a guaranteed starter, I'm not convinced he would be. And again, Southampton might not want to sell him anyway, but I'm so happy to see Danny Ings do well. It was so unfortunate it didn't work out at Liverpool because of injuries and other circumstances, but again, happy to see him doing well and hopefully part of England's squad for the Euros. Crystal Palace are hopeful of reaching a £20 million agreement with Brentford, that's for Said Benrahma. The story is from the Sports Mail, and fair play if they pull this one off because their attacks are looking pretty damn good on paper. They brought in Abiri Eze playing alongside the likes of Wilfried Zaha, though maybe Benrahma could be replacing him. Batshuayi is back on loan, and they've also got Ayew. Monaco have tabled an offer for Sporting midfielder Vidal, and this story is from The Record. They say the Portuguese club are open to doing a deal, but are only willing to sell him for around €25 million, and Napoli are also in the mix. Napoli could make a switch as a potential replacement for Alan, who made a very good first impression for Everton over the weekend. A story from Sport is that Barcelona are ready to let Luis Suarez sit and watch matches in the stands, that's rather than let him play. New head coach Ronald Koeman wants the Uruguayan striker off the books and will go to extreme lengths to try and force him out. It looks like Suarez's deal to Juventus has broken down, and I'm not sure what that means for his future at Barca because if they want to let him go, why not just work out a way to terminate his contract? He's been asking for about £12 to £13 million to do so, and if you do that, he's off your books completely. Rather than let him sit in the stands and watch games, that just seems really pointless, and it doesn't really benefit anyone. So from one Uruguayan striker potentially leaving the Camp Nou, now we have one potentially joining. So the story again is from Sport. They're saying Edinson Cavani has called Barcelona to offer them his services. He's a free agent after leaving Paris Saint-Germain back in June, and at talks with Benfica they fell through twice. And Barca are now looking for a new striker because of Suarez being frozen out, and Cavani is looking to take advantage of this. Is it really a transfer window if Manchester United aren't at some point linked to Ivan Perisic? And today is the day according to the Telegraph. They're saying Manchester United are showing interest in the Inter forward. That's because they're looking at alternatives to Jadon Sancho. The Red Devils are losing hope they'll be able to strike a deal with Dortmund for their star player, and because of that they are looking at other options. Other players mentioned are Douglas Costa from Juventus and Gareth Bale from Real Madrid. But PERISIC has emerged as the newest name United are considering, and the Croatian international spent last season on loan with Bayern Munich, where he ended up winning the treble, including the Champions League. A pretty interesting story from Sport Media Set is that Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez, he has reportedly reached an agreement in principle to sign for Real Madrid. Inter have tried to keep the operation silent from Barca, that's so their transfer for Arturo Vidal would go smoothly. And the article does say that Jovic could be used in any potential deal to make it cheaper, and Jovic has been linked to AC Milan. Though Fabrizio Romano has added that Inter Milan have not received any bid from Real Madrid for Lautaro Martinez. Whether this story has any type of truth in it whatsoever, we'll have to wait and see, but if it does happen, I imagine Barca won't be too happy. A story which has been going on for some time now is David Alaba and a potential contract extension at Bayern Munich. And it seems that they are a bit of a standstill right now, and David Alaba's agent Pini Zahavi, he's kind of backed that one up. He wants the defender to become the club's highest paid player and is even demanding 20 million euros in agent fees. This story comes from Bild. Uli Hoeneß did say about Alaba's future a couple days ago the following quotes. "We all want him to stay with us because he's a great guy. Hansi Flick desperately wants to keep him, but he has a money-grabbing piranha as an agent. I think he shouldn't let himself be influenced from outside." So he certainly didn't hold back on what he thought about David Alaba's agent, and the fact is the 20 million signing on bonus and whatnot, it does seem a bit extreme. And now we have got a transfer I mentioned yesterday, but it's now all confirmed. So Sevilla have signed left-back Marcus Acuna from Sporting. The Argentine has signed for 10 million euros plus a further, I think it's 2 million in bonuses, and he signed a 4-year contract. And this adds a lot to the Sergio Reguilon story. The Spaniard is linked to Manchester United, but there was also rumours he'll go on a second loan spell to Sevilla. But with them signing a new left-back, is it likely or not? We'll have to wait and see. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.